Hello, Collective. Love, light, and positivity. Wendy Joy with words of encouragement. I don't want you to feel defeated if things don't seem to be working the way you originally intended. I don't want you to feel like what it is that you desire is out of your reach. I would like for you to remember who you are, to remember where you came from. And if you need a little nudge or a little push along those lines, then by all means reach out and let me know, because I'm really good at what I do. And I'm not trying to boast, and I'm not trying to be, larger than life. I'm just letting you know that there is a place right here within this 3D realm where you can be enlightened to experiences that only settle in your imagination, that you could be told of places, of adventures, of accomplishments that are all within your reach, that with the courage, the inner courage to maybe not so much heed or take heart to what might be projected toward you, but to understand that when everyone, or when anyone rather, projects something, that it's something that they are battling with, and that they don't know any other way to identify their pain point, but to share it with another. And sometimes people do this, and they seek out someone who has a higher vibration or what they feel is of better standing, thinking that if they share their trauma in some type of way, that you might feel empathy, sympathy, or, want to go out of your way to help them in their plight. But you have to be really careful about that, because when people are projecting how they feel, you have to read between the lines, because are they projecting how they feel because they did something and it caught up with them and they don't like the taste, even though they were really willing and ready to give it to someone else? Like, I don't have time for you, I only have time for me. But I need you when I need you, and you should always make time for me, type of thing. And that situation can come around in many different forms, in many different ways within people, places, situations, mindsets, cycles. But once you can identify and you could pivot your mindset, and even if you just adapt and change a little bit at a time, and you incorporate what it is that you would like to be, what you would like to receive, then when you give that out, you're not projecting anymore the hurt that might be inside of you. You're pulling past that, and you're looking to find joy to replace it. And if you are going to project, you project positivity and not negativity. And as you do that, you'll start to see that your existence will call in all of the blessings that you once tried to get, but maybe didn't do all the work and wasn't ready to receive. But once you gain the value and you secure your tools, then you'll find that with a pivoted mindset, it's easier to continue to adapt and to change, and to not so much conform, but to step out and to make your own reality and bring that into the 3D through manifestations and walking your desired path and making a choice and sticking with it, even if there's bumps along the way, because that's the universe's that's the universe talking to you, telling you that if you don't dig where you are, that you need to adjust and change. And you might find yourself adjusting and changing for a period of time until you're happy with the position that you find yourself in. And then you'll see that so many roads just become clear. That the debris that was covering things or places of the past that you once tried weren't meant for you to actually work through, because to work through chaos sometimes brings more chaos if you're on that level of chaotic behavior. So if you can notice, try to step up and out. And if you think that there's some place that you could be and it's not where you are right now, but you're not sure where to step or how far to reach, then by all means give me a call and let me know, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to show you through perfect example, because I've fallen and I've gotten up. Blockages have been put in my path, and I managed to either overcome them, go around them. If I perceived them in a different view, sometimes they just disappeared completely. And illumination was always brought with every feeling and vision that I've ever had. The illumination to know that there's positivity, love, and light on one side, and there's negativity, doom, and gloom on the other. And regardless of where you might find yourself on the path, there's always room to pivot and change, and to make a new plan, to embrace what you might not be aware of right now, but your spirit team or the universe might be directing you towards. So when you encounter a person, a place, or a thing, and they may be projecting how they feel onto you, gently lead them into a positive position where the realization isn't spoken to them, but they achieve it all on their own. Sometimes it's a tricky dance, knowing when to move and when to pull back, how far to jump and how far to walk, But your intuition is there to help you along those lines. So pay attention. I know that I do. I pay attention all the time. And I am very aware of everything that surrounds me. Whether I read your energy or I understand your position, maybe I've been there before, maybe I've got tools to help you, and more than likely I do. Because my life has been quite the roller coaster. And most of the adventures, although did come with some high points, were mostly spirals. A roller coaster that went in spirals on a downward slope. But I managed to figure out how to stop that, how to reverse that, and then how to pick myself up and stand on my own. Well, I've never stood on my own. I've always stood with my spirit team. But, I didn't look for anybody in the 3D in order to validate me. I validated me. And when I have others project onto me, I can see where it's coming from. And I can see if it's, a place of pain or a place of, despair, or a place of hopelessness, or a place where, they feel that they're trapped. But once a lifeline is offered, if it's accepted, and then you don't see positive improvement, being returned to you, then by all means, you could pretty much decide that you gave up everything that you had in order to help, but it got you nowhere. And that's because sometimes people aren't ready to be helped. And all they're ready to do is just share with you the projections that they want everyone to feel because that's what they feel. Sometimes it's hard to distinguish. Sometimes it's quite clear. But if you need me, I'm always near. And I would love to hear everything that has either crossed your path, bounced off your plate, or you actually sidestepped and overcame. Whether they be good, bad, or indifferent, I'm always an available listening ear. And if you would like help along the way, just reach out and let me know. We can do that too. My lovely collective, whatever you do today, use your discernment and try to, realize where things are coming from, why they're coming, and how you were meant to help. And sometimes the best way to help is to say that the best way for them to help themselves is to take a chance. Only time will tell. But you have a very good day. Blessed be my lovely collective.